Here is the big question as Pesach approaches, Passover is upon us, and the Jews were slaves in Egypt. They were persecuted. They lacked the ability to choose for themselves, to think for themselves. And what happens? God zooms in. He rescues us. And what does he do? He makes us his slaves instead, with lots of rules, lots of commandments, lots of rituals. The Pesach Seder itself, as we just heard, is just filled with one rule after another. What kind of deal is this? What kind of savior is this? So it reminded me, there was a time when baseball and football were like the only sports in America. And basketball was just trying to get themselves like a little bit more popular. And if you know the way advertising works, so basically you have some sort of show and people are selling, let's say someone's trying to sell pants or sneakers. So what are they buying? They're buying us. They're buying the audience of the show. Where the show is supplying us, selling our eyes and our attention and our bodies and hopefully our wallets to the advertisers. So the problem was that basketball was so unpopular, no one was really spending much money to advertise for a basketball game. So that what they did was they ran a campaign advertising basketball and basically trying to convince us that basketball is fun, basketball is great, basketball is cool. And sure enough, it worked. And all of a sudden, basketball started to become very popular in America. And then other sellers were able to get into the game and sell their jeans and their sneakers and everything else. When we were now being sold as people sitting there watching the basketball games and really watching the commercials telling us what to think and what we need and what to do. Basically, the point is that really we're all slaves to something. Some people are slaves to peer pressure. Some people are slaves to society. Some are slaves to the latest advertising campaign. Some are slaves to the animal side of ourselves, to our animal instincts. And some people choose to become slaves to a higher purpose, to a higher calling, to a higher being, to the one being that 100% truly cares about us and truly knows what's best for us. So when God gives us commandments, they're not just hypotheses about what might be a good idea or a good strategy for life. It is the ultimate guidebook on how to get the most out of life. So as we approach Pesach, approach Passover in the month of Nisan, the month of freedom, I want to give us a blessing that we truly become free from all the external outside influences, from all the noise, from all the people with agendas who are trying to convince us that our life is not complete without the latest Apple product or the latest Netflix video, but to be free to be ourselves, to connect to a higher and more meaningful purpose. Wishing everyone a Chag Kasher V'Sameach, a joyous and meaningful Passover. Thank you so much.